Hello and welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Gaming. My name is Wizzy0, you can also call me Wizzy. And of course, as always, we're continuing with Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. Well, I shouldn't say as always, but as what we've been doing for quite a few weeks now. So we will continue the career. I know I took last week off, and I just frankly didn't quite feel like recording this last week. I think part of it because of how frustrated I got the week before. But now I feel better, obviously. I mean, I wasn't sick, obviously, but I feel better about doing this again rather than what I did last week. I hope that glitch thing doesn't keep happening. I know sometimes it's done that and won't stop. Now I'm gonna go down to, obviously I've scrolled down to the percentages here, and we're looking at 55% complete for the overall game, 71% on the career, so we're definitely winding this down, or at least the career part we're starting to wind down a bit. We still have a few car clubs that are club races that we need to finish, and we're going to do that this episode. We're going to do the Chopper and American Royalty Car Club. And then tournaments. I think there was one tournament we still need to do for... What was it? Atlanta? I think we finished San Diego last week. And now we want to go into Atlanta. So we're going to do that. We're going to start with a motorcycle, the Chopper. And then move on to the muscle car clubs races. But we'll see if there is a tournament we need to do. I was thinking there was, but there may not be. So we'll take a look at the map and see what we do need to do. So no, there is no tournament. So we just have the club races. So that is what we are going to do. Let's just take a look. Yeah, San Diego we did complete. So I thought so. But so we are going to be doing the club races for Atlanta here. So I think I'll go over to this one here that's currently highlighted because that's the closest one. Did not mean to do that. So change the view again. That might have been the view that I had, so whatever. Excuse me, pardon me. Come through. Now I know the motorcycle one has the ability, I don't have it yet, to... It's the roar, which pushes the vehicles out of the way. So I need to make sure I use that. And I think part of the problem I kept having last episode, was I tend to do this every so often. I tend to, I think, try and rush through it because of how hectic it is. So I need to try and not rush, if that makes any sense. But anyways, this is race 8 of 15. It's called Midtown. It is an ordered race, and 12,000 is the prize fund. Or the prize amount, rather. So it looks like it's not a wicked long race. Not a lot of checkpoints, but it might be a bit more spread out. Although the first two seem like they're actually pretty close to one another. So make sure... Try not to rush, like I said. Just focus on not crashing. That's my biggest priority. And crashing like that is fine because, I mean, I'm not flying off the bike or anything like that. Now we are in 5th place at the moment. 5th out of 6th. So we will need to catch up, but we still have a little bit of time anyways for this episode, or this race rather. Okay, that's fine. Once again, didn't fly off the bike, so as long as we don't do that, we're good. Well, we still got a good distance to go. I'm gonna save the roar for when I may need it. And as of right now, I felt like I haven't needed to use it yet, so... And that, I think was just me trying to, or... Oh, that was me, definitely. The other one was me from when I, came off the ramp. So more than likely, from what it's looking like right now, we will need to restart the race. Now, I do have the NOS, I can always use it as well. That was probably a moment where I probably should have used Roar, but I didn't. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to restart the race, but... I'm not feeling too bad about this race, so... Now, one thing I did notice in the last episode is after recording it and going through the video editor to cut out parts of the video, I did notice that our skill level did drop quite a bit, because I think it was like 60 at the beginning of last episode, and then it was dropped down to like 40. So, I mean, that was quite the difference. I mean, that shows you how bad I did last episode. But we're hoping that isn't the case this episode. At least I'm hoping that isn't the case this episode. So, let's restart this race and see how we do. Here we go again. Attempt number 3. Now, there are times where I've done several attempts and not gotten too frustrated. But then, like last episode, I got quite frustrated. I think partly, you know, because of circumstances that I couldn't really control, it seemed like. But if I'm making mistakes that, well, obviously me making mistakes, that's not the game's fault, that's my fault. And I think part of it, well, I do know that too. I mean, that's why I say, yeah, that was on me. That was something I could have avoided. And there are times where there might be a car just placed in the wrong spot, and I unfortunately don't have the time to react to that. I think that's part of the reason why I liked the zone special, or the effect there for zone, because you could slow time down. And if there were cars in the way, or if like you were coming up to around a corner or something like that, where there may be a car in the way, you can use that to avoid hitting the vehicle. Now we are in second. First place guy is a little ways up there, but didn't quite take him out either. Okay, looks like we're doing good, and it's clear to the finish line. First place. Nice little slide at the end there, too. That guy kind of slid into the same way. They all kind of, well, not all of them, but...
You got a lot of stacks out there, man. Burning a hole in your pocket.
But I ran that race just fine that time, so... Obviously, since we won it. Next race. 9:15 there and back. It's an ordered race, 14,000. So with a title like that, that makes me think, although I could be completely wrong on this, this makes me think that it would be a 2 checkpoint race. You have 1 checkpoint on the opposite side of the map, and then 1 checkpoint where you go back where you started. And indeed, I was correct. And I forgot to hold the handbrake. So I didn't get the jump I needed. So it looks like I may want to slow down right here. Kind of go over this way. Over onto this road over here. I was just kind of following this guy, but which helped out because we are in second, so we're almost into first. We are now in first. And as long as we don't crash, which we are not going to, we can place first, and we did, obviously. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. Normally I'd hate those ones, but I mean, the road went right to the checkpoint, and then you went down the other road to go back to the finish, so you didn't have to try and plan out your route too much. It was already basically given to you. So first try, and that was a win. Now we're on to the third race. It's called Adrenaline, race 10 of 15. It's an ordered race, and $20,000 is the prize amount. Now, it seems like so far we're already doing better than what we did last episode. We only had to redo the one race, and that was only once. Oh, twice, rather. There's one race I'm going to have to cut out, and this is also across the map and down to a checkpoint, or a finish line. So that's not going to work. I'll go this way then. So we are placed in last. That was a little bit too close for comfort. And I do want to slow down for this corner, but I don't want to slow down too much, obviously. Okay, now we gotta try and figure out which way we want to go for the finish. I think I want to cut down this way. We're shown in 6th. We're more than likely going to have to restart this race. There's a NOS there. I don't have any roar available. And we placed 3rd, actually. I don't know how that happened. Because it looked like there were still like 5 people ahead of me that crossed the finish line, but maybe they kind of went around. So I did better than I thought I was going to. Let's try this again. But anyways, let's try this again. I was basically just saying that I ended up overshooting the checkpoint. I was in first too, and I overshot it and managed to get second. Even with overshooting it. But I was basically just telling myself that what I should have done was I should have used the handbrake to turn even harder, but I didn't think about it. So right now we are doing really, really well. Of course I say that, and I don't want to really jinx it, so that's why I need to take it easy, because you don't want to get too overconfident about these things, because once you become overconfident, and I know I've mentioned this before, but once you become too overconfident about things, you're going to make mistakes. And that time, we made no mistakes, and it paid out. In fact, the last race where I should have won it the winner was like 109 something. And that was 111. We beat that by just about 6 seconds. So,
At least you didn't embarrass me this time.
yeah, not that time. The other times, they aren't even going to see because I'm going to cut those out. So. Next race. Even though I had to redo that one quite a few times, I wasn't too frustrated about it because I was the one making mistakes. Now this one's called West End. It's a circuit race, and the prize amount is, what was it? 19,000. For some reason I was thinking it was 11,000, but no, 19,000. In circuit races, I tend to do fairly good on. This is a 3-lap circuit race, so it is pretty small. But I don't think it's going to be quite as fast-paced as one that we have done near the cemetery there. In fact, I think we've done this race before. Because I remember that semi thing pulling into the gas station there. And there's really no tight turns on this one. So that helps. I mean, I think the tightest turn would be this one, maybe? But we do have that cutoff sort of thing, too. Well, actually, no, I think the tightest one would be where the gas station is there. With that semi-truck there. Although, even then, it's still not wicked, a wicked tight turn, so... Yeah, I think we're gonna do just fine on this race. Yeah, first place. That was kind of a no-doubter on that one.
That is classic, Issy.
Yep. Now, I want to say that is it for Atlanta, based on the races we have done. No, there's another one. This is also a circuit race, 15,000, and it is called Top and Bottom. I don't know what that means. We'll find out. Probably we're over a bridge and then under a bridge or whatever. I don't know. Maybe like figure 8 style. No? Top and bottom just meaning top of the map and bottom of the map. This is also a 3-lap race. Looks like it's a little bit longer though, so... But I think we can manage this one pretty well as well. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the last race, I tend to do pretty well with circuit races. And even though we crashed there, I am definitely not going to give up yet. I mean, heck, this is only the first lap. First of 3 laps. So we still got plenty of time. Plus we have the NOS and abilities that we can use to our advantage as well. I'm pushing all the other racers out of the way. Which I may not even need to use. Oops, well, no, that was mean. Now, I'm still not too far behind, so we can still do this. I think when I crashed the first time, I got a little, messed up because there was that car that was coming across, and as I was trying to avoid that, I ended up running into the other one. I do hate the cross traffic stuff like that. Now we will need to obviously try and catch up, but we're still not, like I said, wicked far, so... Although if we keep doing that, that's not going to help us in any way, shape, or form as well. No more NOS, so... Yeah, I'm starting to think we are not going to get first on this one. We end up just crashing too many times. I know, it all boils down to that, doesn't it? We are going to come out with a 4th place finish, though, so I mean, that's not terrible. But it could definitely be better. In fact, we were only less than a second off from 2nd and 3rd, so... Yeah. Obviously, we're going to have to try it again, though, so... We'll get this the 2nd time. We got this. Saving data. I should start cutting out the saving data part. But I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of unfortunate we're having this many issues on this race. In the last 2 races, it's been the final lap that's cost us the race. I mean, the first lap here, I mean, we can crash. Not quite all we want, but... we can crash just like that a couple times and still come back, get in the first. It's just the final lap that really counts, obviously. Because as the saying goes, it ain't over till it's over. And it's not like I'm really rushing either, or, yeah, rushing. I'm just taking it easy and everything, but unfortunately, there's still been a couple of situations where things haven't gone our way, if you want to look at it that way. And I'm just hoping that ain't gonna happen this time. This is the 2nd lap, so I'm not too worried about this right now. As long as we get into 1st, by the end we get to the start-finish line on the final lap. And that's all that counts, or matters, rather. Okay, this lap we don't need any mistakes. Just maybe happy little accidents that help us out. Happy little accidents as far as the other racers go. If I could put it that way. And this racer in front of us is going to have a happy little accident. Didn't quite go to plan, so we're going to try it again. And we did get it that time. Only took 4 attempts. About 4 more than it should have been, but, you know, that happens once in a while, and you just gotta deal with it. So I'm assuming that was it for the chopper races for Atlanta, since we had the decal thing there pop up, but that may not signify anything really. Yeah, that was it. So we're gonna go to the garage. We're gonna switch over to the muscle car. And recording right now is at 41 minutes, but we're going to be cutting quite a bit out from that. So the video will probably be about, maybe 30 minutes or so right now. Maybe cut about 11, 12 minutes out of the video. So it is the Camaro we want. I believe that's the vehicle we want. Let's just take a look. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's the only Class B muscle car, it looks like. So yeah, that is the vehicle we need. So we're gonna go back, do the muscle car races now. And I don't know if we'll get through all of them in this episode or not. More than likely not. But we'll finish them next episode, definitely. And go to Detroit and do the muscle car and chopper races as well. And then we'll only have the trucks, SUVs.
Now you're in the game for real, pimp. It's time to step it up a
We'll
little.
have the luxury sedans, the tuners, exotics, and then I think the trucks and SUVs, which don't seem to have any for Atlanta. So yeah, there's still a few more class types that we need to do, but we will obviously get to those all. But I mean, that's it as far as what we need to get done. And so as far as that sort of thing, we are definitely winding it down because we don't have any tournaments left. Obviously don't have any racers left since we became the US champ. So in a couple of club, or at least one of the club races were already done. So, I mean, we were obviously at 71% at the beginning of this episode for the career. So that shows you that, like I said, we're winding down. But anyways, this is race 6 of 15 for the muscle cars. It is called Crosstown Dash. It is an ordered race, and it was 16,000, or was it 6,000? Might have been 6,000. And this is a there and back sort of race as well, so we'll see how this one goes. So far it's not going too awfully bad. Maybe that's because it's still early on in the race. It does seem to be fairly laggy right now too. I don't know if it's because of the rain effects in the game or what. We are in first, and I probably should have gone down the other road. Yeah, I definitely should have gone down the other road, but now we know that for next time, so... We still managed to finish third, so I mean, that's not terrible. It's definitely not first, but it's not last either, so I mean... But with that, as usual, that does mean we will have to restart. Okay. This is like the third or fourth time. I was going to say third time's a charm, but I think this actually would be the fourth attempt. So we'll say fourth time's the charm. There we go. Just like that around that corner there. Well, I am not going to go into this mall here. I'm going to just do that. We are actually quite a ways ahead of seconds, so... Guess anyone's still going to use the NOS, but obviously I was going to try and take it easy, but I really still didn't, but... In the end, we still got first by almost 5 seconds, so... Well, 4.6 seconds, if you want to be technical about that, but... Still a pretty clear victory there.
At least you didn't embarrass me this time.
So we'll do at least 1 or 2 more races. At least 1. Because the video right now, I believe, would be about... Oh, maybe 36, 37 minutes at this point. I don't know. This one's called Drops. It's an ordered race, and it is 16,000. The other one I think was 16,000 as well. It's race 7 of 15. Okay, so this obviously isn't a there and back sort of race, which is good. Now, is this what it means by drop? I don't exactly understand. Maybe? Kind of? Not entirely sure. Well, we're in third. Still have plenty of time. We're in second now. Second behind this guy. He's gonna have a happy little accident right there. That is what my key motto for this video is: happy little accident. I had a little accident. I wasn't quite happy, but you know what? It is what it is. Just gotta deal with what you have. Okay, let's take a look at the mini-map. It's pretty straightforward from here. Now we are obviously catching up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to be close, I think. That guy had a happy little accident, which made us a happy little person. Well, not little, but... a happy little racer. Well, we may get through
everything you know, kid.
all these races this episode. Let's see, what do we have left? I would assume we'd have maybe 2 or 3 more for Atlanta. This one's a circuit race, and of course the name of the race has circuit in it. It's Centennial Circuit, and it is 13,000. So this circuit race shouldn't be as difficult as the last circuit race we had. Last circuit race was a little bit, I mean, not really difficult, but just didn't work out for us. This is a 4-lap circuit as well, so... I almost feel like we've done this before, but maybe not. Probably not. It's just we've had other races that use these same areas. Unfortunate that that van was kind of in the way, but we didn't hit it, so... Although, even if we hit it, it's not as damaging as what it is with the motorcycle. I'm pretty sure we actually did do this race before. Not for the club, of course, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we've done this race. Because I think what we did was when we were trying to, what am I trying to say? When we were trying to progress with the game, and I was doing just the red races, or the open races, those use all of the races that, you use to make progress in the game, but when you do those ones you actually don't make progress, which we obviously end up finding that out. Now this one, the way it's going right now, it's seeming like we are not going to finish first. Based on us basically being constantly in 5th. First place is quite a ways ahead. So this circuit race may take a few attempts. I'm hoping it's not going to take too many, but... You know what? I think I'm going to just restart right now. Okay. I think we can do it this time. I know we can do it this time. See, we don't have the abilities at the beginning there, which unfortunately don't help, but they are in first at the moment. The keyword there is at the moment. Now we are in second. Still shown in second. Now we are shown in first. I think they start using more NOS for that corner there. Well, third lap. It's too bad it's not the final lap, but it's okay, we can manage. Just don't make any mistakes. Like I said, only happy little accidents for the other racers. Now it's the final lap. And this is going to be the last race, so I have decided. Happy little accident for that guy back there. And no mistakes in through here, and first place. There we go. The screen's glitching out there too. Didn't glitch out for the most part, which is good. But there are those times there at the beginning in that just now that are glitched out, but
Alright, you got game? We all know that.
so yeah, like I said, that is the last race I'm gonna do. We'll continue it the next episode, finish Atlanta. I think there's only gonna be 2 more races in Atlanta, then we'll move on to Detroit. But for now, we are gonna go back to the menus, take a look at the stats again. I didn't look at the skill stat at the beginning of the video. I should look at that more often too, not just the percentages. Skill rating is at 32% right now. I might have to look back and see what it was at the beginning of the video. Like I said, I think it might have been 40 or so, but I'm not entirely sure. We did jump up to 58% total for the game, so that's a 3% increase. Or, well, yeah, plus 3% for this video, and then plus 4% for the career, which I had a feeling it was going to be about that. We were going to finish about 75%, because it was 71% at the beginning of the video. But anyways, that is all I wanted to look at. But yeah, I think that is just about gonna do it for this episode, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!